Yo, 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 welcome to the Off the Clock podcast where the takes get real, the filters come off. We talk about what everybody's thinking, but nobody's saying. I'm Past. As always, I'm here with D White.
Good.
What's good? How we doing today, man? Saturday, first daytime stream.
Oh,
What you
yeah,
thinking,
right?
man?
Hell yeah, feeling good.
We got a
You
lot
feeling
to talk
good?
about, man. Yesterday was one of them days, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Nah,
Our
for real.
Lakers showed up and did what they were supposed to do.
On me.
Cleveland had a disappointing day.
Yeah, shocking. I
So
thought they
did
was going to toss it
Orlando.
out. Oh, yeah,
think-
that Orlando game.
Yeah, that Orlando game was. I don't know if they can come back from that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're about to go back to Detroit, too. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I don't know if they can come back from that one. They we'll talk about them first since I think they had the roughest go. So the Pistons won 93-79. Pretty disappointing from Orlando. It looked like they were going to kind of seal the deal, and then they just kind of came out last night pretty flat. What did you think about what you saw, though? I'll let you go first.
I don't know. Cade had a game. He had a good game. Like you said, they came out flat. I mean, they didn't shoot particularly well, and I don't know. They they were losing they weren't getting rebounds. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about that before. Like if you lose the rebound battle, it makes it that much harder to win because you're giving up extra possessions. With them being at home, I thought they'd come out with far more energy and just kind of clicking on all cylinders. But they really weren't. And then the fourth quarter, I feel like, is what really killed them. I mean, Cade had I think it was like 17 points by himself in the fourth quarter, and they only had 8 points across like four of their starters. Desmond Bain, Suggs, Franz, and Paolo combined for like 8 points in the fourth quarter. So it kind of just showing like they need a consistent closer. They need somebody to come in and kind of close the game. I don't know. I think moving forward for this next game, they got to knock down shots and they got to get physical when it comes to hitting the glass and getting those rebounds. You can't let you can't really let any team in the playoffs just give them shots and give them possessions because they will take advantage of it and it will hurt you. Pistons came out good though. Pistons knew that they needed to win this game. They don't want to lose. I feel like they came out like we can't lose. We the number one seed. They don't want to lose to an 8 seed. So because you know what they're gonna say.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their coach said to them at halftime, but they had 38 points, the Pistons, in the first half. And the Magic had 60. And then in the second half, they came out and had an 11-point quarter and an 8-point quarter, the Magic. So whatever happened at halftime, they came out and played a whole different game. Like this really was a tale of two halves type of game. Like how do you go from 60 points in the first half to 19 in the second? That's insane when you really think about it. Like the Pistons completely turned the game around. I mean, they were down by 20 points and then held a team to 19 points in 2 quarters in a playoff series.
I think it comes back. Go ahead.
It's either a huge collapse on Orlando or just a huge defensive showing for the Pistons. And it might be a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously had Cade Cunningham score 22 and Tobias Harris he had 32 and Tobias Harris scored 22. Which, that's a huge outing for them as well, but the defense was just out of this world. I mean, because really you're up by 20. If you just keep playing how you've been playing, you're going to coast out with that victory. So not only did they hold them down enough to where they were able to come back, but then they also won by a significant margin as well. So that was pretty surprising to see, like just a completely different second half from the first. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
We see it today all the time. Like 20 points in today's age is not a large lead, especially when you have 2 full quarters of basketball. I think it's what you said. Like they came out, the Pistons came out more aggressive on defense. They came out rebounding the basketball, getting physical, getting boards. I think the Magic's defense just kind of fell off. Like their offense was clicking. Their defense wasn't like crazy good or nothing in the first half. Once the Pistons woke up, they kind of were exposing things. Like I was seeing, I mean, Durant's been having kind of a tough series, but he was having moments where, guys would be right by him and he just sneak behind him and go get the rebound, get a putback. Like there's no, when the ball goes up in the air, they're not finding a body, you know what I'm saying, and getting low and getting physical and trying to clear out the paint. Um, you don't really see that. So I think that kind of really, really hurt them. They got out rebounded by like 20 rebounds, which I mean,
Yeah.
you talking about 10 defensively. If you split it in half and then 10 offensively, that means they're getting 10 extra possessions on offense, and then they're stripping possessions from
Yeah, they
from
got
Orlando.
out rebounded. Detroit had 52 rebounds and Orlando had 38.
Yeah, see,
So
so like it
they
was like
got really, really
15.
beat off the board. And Detroit had 14 offensive rebounds, which is
Yeah,
significant as well.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, the first half, Orlando was dominating. I think they thought the series was over. As part of being young, I guess they thought the series was over and that the Pistons were going to come out and lay down, and they got smacked in the face in that second
they
half.
got smacked in the face.
It's crazy, to hold a team to 19 points in 2 quarters in today's NBA.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. And then to be down by 20 and win by 14.
And I think the Magic thought they had a better first half than they did because of the point disparity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they had 60 points, but they weren't playing like amazing basketball. So I think really it comes down to like what coach said to the Pistons in half, and like letting them know, like, look, you guys are beating yourselves. You know what I mean? We have to knock down shots. We have to get to our spots, high percentage. Let's keep the ball moving. I think Tobias Harris haven't, coming out there. I don't think the Magic were expecting it. He's been kind of quiet over the past few years in the playoffs. He's not really somebody that but he had one of those games, and I think Duran, kind of more focused on defense and boards, and that kind of helped him. So I think going into game set, it's like you said, like a young team gets comfortable, they got a lead, they're like, oh yeah, we got this. It's 20 points, and then they get punched in the mouth and they can't recover. And then on top of that, that fourth quarter, I mean, we talk about closers all the time in the league. Like you have to have somebody that can close the game out. If you go into the fourth quarter up, you got to have a couple guys. You got to have a lineup that can keep and maintain a lead, limit turnovers, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, they just had a rough game, man. Paulo, man, he had a really rough game. He went 4 for 20. I mean,
Mhm.
Jalen Suggs went 1 for 10. It's they had a rough game, bro. I mean, it didn't like as the game progressed, you could see them like getting flatter and flatter, and then they tried to kind of shoot their way out of it, and it
Try to
just wasn't
force.
working. They were trying to force that because they sensed it, right? Okay, the Pistons are making a run. That third quarter, it was like, okay, we got to have a really good fourth quarter, and then that pressure just. And now, I mean, it's the Pistons series to lose in my eyes.
Yeah,
I think Orlando could have sealed the deal, but I'm questioning their ability to do it now. I think the Pistons they're coming off this loss and they're looking at it like we could stop these guys from scoring.
yeah.
I mean, don't be surprised if the Pistons come out and win by 20 or 30 in this game 7. The way that they ended the game this last time around, it was disappointing to see for sure. Orlando needs a guy, right? Like they need somebody to really stand out. I think they have a guy on their team that can be that superstar that they need, but I think somebody has to step out and really be that anchor of consistency for them because they just don't have that right now.
I think this is what they kind of need, though. I think this is kind of it's going to be the awakening call for like Paulo and friends, and be like, okay, we got to be the tandem if we're going to be here. That's going to close out games. We got to be the ones that are consistently, we can't have nights like this in the playoffs. Because I mean, this is a team that also, they haven't really had much playoff experience.
No.
They've been killing, they've been flowing, they got the coach, whatever.
But I mean, neither have the Pistons. So
I
it's
mean,
like
more
it's
than
not
more
like
than
they're
Orlando,
playing.
the last like 4 years, more than Orlando. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying?
they haven't really. I don't know if I can really like. They don't really have guys that I can just be like, oh, they just know what they're doing to the point to where it's like there's no pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I can say that about them. I think the Pistons just are playing better basketball right now.
I think the Pistons are coming, like, there's pressure that comes with being the number one seed, especially
Yeah.
when you're a team like the Pistons who hasn't been top of the pack. and you have a great season, a phenomenal season, the expectations. You come out. I think that's part of the reason why they came out flat against Orlando is because like we're the 1 seed, we're the 8 seed. Anytime we were the 8 seed, we got smacked. You know what I mean? So it's like in your head, you're like,
Yeah, but I don't see the Pistons as a real number 1 seed. I feel like the Celtics are really the best team in the East. Like I feel like it's hard for me to say the Pistons are better than the Celtics.
I think the
And
Pistons
you
are
guys are
top four.
playing. You guys aren't playing good either. But
Not at all.
the Pistons are not better than you guys. They can't. I don't think they could beat you guys in a series. I don't think that they're better. That's just my opinion, though.
I
I
don't
mean,
think so either. I think the Pistons having their whole team for duration, like they is a good year for them. They didn't deal with a lot of injuries. They're coming into the flow. They got young guys. They got a few vets. Like they got guys like Thompson who, you know, coming into the league. You're looking at him like, oh, is he going to be a scorer? He's excelling on defense, excelling on the boards. You got Duran. You know what I'm saying? He's big. He's physical. Cade. He's a 3-level threat. You know what I'm saying? You got the Tobias. Like you got guys. I agree with you. I don't think they're good. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're a number 1 seed. I think some of these other teams adjusting to like trades and with injuries and stuff like that, they lost some games that kind of put them in a different position. Um, I don't know. I think the Pistons close out the series though. I think they win Game 7 in Detroit. The energy is going to be crazy in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a very tough game for Orlando to go in there and win
they can
for
do it, though.
sure.
They can do it. They
Anything
got
is
the guys
possible
to
in
do it. It's
playoffs.
just they got to do
We've
it.
seen it.
So it's not going to be an easy game for either team.
Nah,
I
not at all.
But I do think that the Pistons, just the way that they played this last game, it's going to be hard for Orlando to overcome that.
Orlando got to have a game where Paulo, Franz, and Desmond Bain all go crazy. And Bain, I'm
Yeah.
saying not even like Bain having 30. I'm saying Bain got to have like you got to have assists. He got to be facilitating. Paulo and Cade are gonna.
I mean, Bain is the only one that had a decent game. He just
That's
got killed on his matchup. He got destroyed on his matchup, right? But
Yeah.
he went 7 for 18, but defensively he was terrible. And I mean, the rest of the guys, Wendell Carter, 3 for 5, 9 points, but he's more of a defense. Like, I'm looking for him on defense more than anything. Jalen Suggs had a terrible game. He went 1 for 10, which is like, you can't do that in the playoffs. Like, I don't know. I don't care. People make excuses. People have bad games, but you can't go 1 for 10. Stop shooting.
Yeah. I love to look at like the shot chart to see like shot selection because that kind of that can be a. I just think Bain has to assume the role for them to win. He has to kind of facilitate. I want to see more off the ball with Paulo, running him down off the pin downs, getting him in motion off the screen, putting him in position. Paulo has great post up game, getting him in the high post, mid post, kind of letting him wiggle his way around. And then Franz, I mean, I just want to see a good game from him. Franz got to have a double double. Paulo got to have 30. Desmond Bain, like you said, he's got to shoot well and he's got to facilitate. It's going to be hard because like his matchup, it's a game of matchup and runs. So we have to take the weak matchups and recognize them and see where we can kind of expose the other team. And I feel like you're going to do that in Wagner and Paulo. They don't have a super skilled big man. So Franz, if he can play through the physicality and get to the free throw line and get some fouls on Durant and get
Wagner
him
didn't play last night.
You said what?
I said Wagner didn't play last night, so that's another thing too.
He didn't play last night?
Uh-uh.
Then who am I thinking of? Who's the other guy?
Yeah, it wasn't Wagner. I think you're thinking Javon Carter played for a little bit, but Wagner didn't play. Yeah, he was DMP.
Oh, it must have been Wendell.
Yeah, when Wendell was playing, Wendell had like I said, he scored 9 points. He played for 32 minutes though. I mean, I don't know. Wagner didn't play, but I understand what you're saying though. They need guys to step up. They need guys to do what they're supposed to do. And I think that this next game is going to be a tough one for them. Like I said, I think the Pistons pull it off in 7.
Why is Franz out for Game 7?
I think so.
Oh, that's going to be big because they don't really have a post presence like that. That's
But
gonna be big.
let's go on to the next team here. This is kind of a big one. It's the Cavs. Cavs, and I don't know what they're going to do. They go down to the baby dinosaurs 110 to 112 in overtime. This is a big this next game is a big game for them, man. If Donovan Mitchell don't win this next game, I don't know what to say. I feel like him and James Harden are kind of at that point in their career where they need to win an important series. They really haven't done it yet, right? We haven't seen a lot of success from them in the playoffs. What do you think about the Cavs going down to the Toronto Raptors last night?
It surprised me, to be real. I thought the Cavs was going to close it out. Not really play around. It was a good game. Went into OT. The Rockets just really have surprised me this whole series. RJ Barrett and them, man, they doing their thing up there, but I think James and Donovan, like you said, like this is the time for them to be like to separate themselves from the conversation of, oh, he's just a regular season player. Because these guys, they struggle to win important series in the playoffs, or they'll lose series that they should have won. And you know, um, they're not good in game sevens historically. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So I'm kind of just nervous going into that, seeing it is where they playing at? They playing they're going back to Cleveland.
I
I
believe so.
think
Yeah, for Game
yeah,
7.
they're going back to Cleveland. Um, I don't know. The Cavs haven't been on paper. You look at it and you think they're gonna be winning in a dominant fashion. They got players. Their team's been together. They got shooters. I mean, but they're just not. They're not playing like the Cavs, bro. I like James and Donovan for the team. I mean, I've said it before. Donovan is more of like you know, a scorer. He's looking to score. He can score. He can pass. I mean, he's aggressive on defense. He's not the best defender. James Harden, he comes in and he can get those. He's a lob threat. Running off that screen. You're looking because he could pass the ball. I really just this series is weird to me because I really did not think the Raptors were going to be playing this well at all.
I think the Raptors are definitely playing better than we thought they would. I think the biggest thing is Cleveland, though, just not sealing the deal, right? Like they had an opportunity in the fourth quarter to win that game. The Raptors only scored 12 points in the fourth quarter, right? They were consistent all game, and then in the fourth quarter they kind of fell off a little bit. Um, I mean, that's your opportunity right there to win the game, and you let them take it from you. I mean, if you're gonna have a big fourth quarter, you might as well seal the deal, right? But they're not able to do it. Then it goes into overtime, and then they wind up losing by 2 points. Um,
Yeah.
your camera's off too, by the way. You got to capitalize on that on those type of opportunities. I mean, for Cleveland, they played a pretty solid game with the exception of the second quarter. Only 19 points in the second quarter. I mean, it's hard to win games when you can't capitalize on your opportunities. When you see a team is down, you push harder.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
get it,
it
they were
was
down, whatever, and they're chasing, but they
it was a
just they
pretty
didn't
close
give us
game
the
across the board. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can't really like the rebounds, the assists, it wasn't like they were getting smacked anywhere in particular, and it ended up being a close game. The biggest disparity though, I feel like, and I mean we've talked about this playoffs is when teams are shooting in the 20% from threes and are shooting 40 plus 3 pointers, they tend to lose the game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even if you're taking six more 3 pointers, those are six possessions where it's like, especially if they're winning the rebound battle, then you look at a 2 point deficit and you're like, man, could we have got a better shot? I feel like it's a common trend where there's a lot of settling,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to come back or, you know what I'm saying? There's no utilization of the shot clock, but I'm curious because this game seven, with how close this game, I think it'll be a good game seven. I don't think anyone's gonna come out and just blow them out, like blow the Raptors out or blow the Cavs out. I think this is gonna be a series that kind of goes down to the wire. This might be the game of
Attrition.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I do want to say this though while we're on here. RJ Barrett, he's been playing really good. I
Yeah.
think I think think he's been more consistent than Zion. Like because they both came off the same draft, and he's been looking excellent. He's
Even
been
through
really
his injuries, he's kind of came back and dealt with it, and even through being traded, what I'm saying, he's played well. I love his game. He can shoot, what I'm saying, and he's a lefty, so it makes it a little hard to guard. Lefties are always fun to watch.
him and Scotty Barnes have been great though.
Yeah,
They're the only thing with the Raptors is they need to shoot the three a little bit better. If they shot the three well, this would have been over. They were 36% from three. So I mean, if they would have just been at 40 or 45, they would have went crazy.
yeah,
They would have blew them out. And that's the thing about the Cavs is they just got to be better defensively. You got three players with over 24 points on the Raptors. Can't have that in the game 7, right? You don't want to give them any energy, any life in your court. You want to come in and play better, and that's the only hole with the Cavs is defense.
yeah.
I mean, you do have James Harden out there. He's a hole on defense. They're gonna attack him, obviously.
Jared Allen hasn't really been playing that well.
No. And so that's gonna be the big thing for the Cavaliers. Can they step up defensively versus this team? This team's a little bit bigger than them too. They got a little bit more size. So I don't know. I think for them, they're gonna either have to outscore them early, which I think they can do. I think Devin Mitchell and sorry, I keep saying Devin, Donovan Mitchell and and James Harden can come out and really, dominate the game, but we're just gonna have to see. It's gonna be one of those. That game and the Pistons game are both gonna be interesting because it could go either way. I think the Cavs should win that game, but I don't know if they will win the game.
They gotta win rebound battles, but not just that. We gotta, like you said, you gotta play defense, bro. We have to get better defense around the perimeter. You can't just let them. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I'll just let them shoot. Like, I'd rather them shoot a 3 than a 2. But it's like, when you get this close of a game in the playoffs, that's the difference right there. You have to not want them to score at all. That's the type of defensive effort that I want to see. I want to see you guys not letting them score. I want it. Every 3 needs to be contested unless it's a skip pass. If it's a skip pass cross court, I understand that. But it's like letting these guys come off these screens and just dribble twice and pop a 3. Like, you can't have that. You have to chase them off the screen, force them to come downhill off the screen. I'd rather have that, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I think defense comes down to it. They're playing kind of close and similar in offense and defense, the rebounds, the assists, the steals, the points in transition, all that stuff. So like you're saying, when it's a game of inches, it comes down to defense. So one possession game. Who's going to get a stop?
Well, another thing I think is the bench, right? The Raptors got way more production from their bench.
Yeah.
The bench played way better. So they had a guy score 17 off the bench, and I mean the Cavs, they just don't have that. They're not getting that same production off the bench, so they need their guys to step up coming off the bench and score a little bit more points. They do a little bit better off the bench. This game is not even close, right? They just had a rough game off the bench, not playing great defense. I mean, it's what they get. They got 24 points off the bench.
Yeah,
Dennis Schroeder goes 0 for 4. He had 7 points, but they're free throws. Right? Thomas Bryant 0 for 1. Merrill 1 for 5. Jalen Tyson 2 for 6. Only guy that played good off the bench is Dean Wade, and he had 10 points.
Yeah.
Right. So the bench wins the battle sometimes. You could take a game off your bench in the playoffs sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Guys get tired, especially in a 7-game series. Guys get tired. You start getting into these later games with no rest. You need your bench to step up, and I think that might be a way for the Cavaliers to take the next game, or for Toronto to take it, right?
Yeah,
because I think Toronto can win this series. Who would you say, if you had to pick right now? Who would you say is going to win?
I'll say the Cavs. I think the Cavs come out next game and they handle business. I really do. I don't know. I just got a feeling, bro. I feel like they're actually about to have a good game 7. I feel like James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are gonna come out and be like, you know what, like, we actually going. Because I mean, It's a 2 point game, man. You really go back to the drawing board, like you're saying. It's either you guys come out and you play that much better than their starters to give your bench a little bit of wiggle room, because that's what happens. It's like when it's a close game and you got to pull the starters out, the game is much more intense than what the second team is used to. It's a lot more pressure. It's a lot more, you know what I mean? It's a different ball game. When you have teams where it's like, oh, they're up by 20 and they take their stars out, you get wiggle room. They go on a 10-4 run. Okay, let's get our starters back in. Let's push this lead back out. When it's neck and neck the whole game, taking your starters out for 2 minutes, 3 minutes to give your them a break, that could turn into a 10-0 run.
Yeah.
And then you're like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get our starters back in. Then by the time fourth quarter comes around, guys are tired. They're shooting flat. So, um, but I got the Cavs, bro. I think they're going to come out. I'm really, really. I think if Jared Allen has a good defensive game, they win, bro. I really do. There's pieces in the Cavs that are missing. Like Jared Allen hasn't really been playing super crazy. Evan Mobley's been playing decent. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for him to be with when you have guys that have gravity like Donovan Mitchell and it's not like a Steph gravity, but on your team, the guys that have the most gravity, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Evan Mobley, I'm looking for you to be a seam guy. I'm looking for you to come pop it. Like I want to see more post ups, put the ball on the floor, get to the line, or get to the cup out of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. A lot of this picking and popping, shooting long twos. I'm not really with that. I think they need to put those two guys and keep them underneath the 3 point line for the majority of the game, and kind of run it a little bit of old school. Because you have shooters, you allow Strauss and them guys to kind of get situated. You allow Dennis Schroeder to kind of, and you got two guys that can set screens, two towers that can rebound, and have that battle with a Scotty Barnes. Because Scotty Barnes, one thing about Scotty Barnes, he's gonna play physical.
Yeah, Scotty
Like
Barnes is
that's
gonna always play physical.
so it's like you need that energy down there.
And like
Who
I
you got?
said, him and RJ Barrett, I think I'm taking the Raptors in Game 7. I'm seeing the way that they play, and I feel like they're a little bit more consistent of a basketball team. From what I've seen in the past with James Harden, I don't got him playing a great Game 7. I just haven't
Yeah.
seen him really excel in Game 7s. So I think it's going to be a Donovan Mitchell or die type of situation. Like I think James Harden will go out there and score 15. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got him going and doing nothing crazy. I think the pressure is on Cleveland to win the game, and I'm taking the Raptors. I think the Raptors win by 5, something like that.
Donovan need 30. James need 15 and 10.
Exactly, and that is it's James Harden for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm looking at this last game. James Harden had 16 points. He's a glorified 6-man right now. He's a starter. He's on the court, but like James Harden don't care about basketball, bro. He's going out there.
I don't know. I think his approach is different because he's older. I think more or less he came into the team that was already a playoff, team. They're already top 4 of the conference every year. I think he's
just not
coming in
consistent.
trying to accept his role, bro.
You can see in the way that James Harden plays is that he's one of those talented guys, right? He's super talented. He just doesn't care. Like basketball, like it's a job to him.
Well, of course.
He doesn't care about winning championships or it's a money thing. Like I'm out here, I'm gonna make my money. He does a lot of kicking it out when it's the off season. Like he likes to hoop. He's a hooper, but relying on him to win you a series, I don't see it happening.
Oh no! You can't rely on him to win you a series. That's why I say I think he's deferred to Donovan
But they
Mitchell.
need him. That's why they brought him there. They need him to win this series. Like they can't win this series if James Harden doesn't score 20.
Nah. You want me to be real? It's not that James Harden needs to score 20. This is the 3 that need to be focused on scoring.
Jared Allen needs to play better. He played a good game, but he needs to play better.
And Donovan
he missed a lot of free throws yesterday. I mean, he missed 4 free throws. If he makes 2 of his free throws, they don't lose.
That's what I'm saying. the three, Jared Allen, Mobley, and Mitchell, they need to play phenomenal basketball because they were playing phenomenal basketball before James get there. It's not like James is clogging up the offense. James is now a pass first guy. It's just simply Jared Allen is playing flat, no energy. He's struggling, he's struggling on both sides of the ball, which you cannot have, especially when you have a big that gets minutes. You know what I mean? Like you need
Yeah,
a big that's going to be productive. Evan Mobley is he's a big, but he's like more like forward guard type S. So if you're going to use him as such, he needs to be effective. And same with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, if he's going to be your slasher, he's going to be your 3-point threat. They need to be efficient because James, like you're saying, he's going to get you 16. And if you guys are hitting and you guys have a draw and they got to respect you three, James is going to hit everybody on the court. Because one thing that people cannot say about James is he cannot pass the basketball. Bro be threading the needle like crazy. And so it's like, I think he's fallen in that position where it's like he came to a team where he was thinking they have shooters. They had guys that were knocking down threes, that are now disappeared. They had guys that are, he's thinking he's going to have lob threat. You got Mobley and you got Jared Allen. These guys can't even get off the roll to the basket. He's throwing the lob and they don't even think they can go get it. And it's like you could ask him to transition to be like, all right, we need you to go get 25. But that's going to alter the movement on the court because James 25 is going to be an ISO 25. It's not
yeah,
going to be like a Steph 25 where you're moving and you got the
yeah.
defense still moving, you're on the catch. Like that's not what it's going to be. But yeah, I got Cavs, you got Rockets, we're going to see. Or Raptors, you're going to see.
We definitely gonna see because I'm thinking for sure that the Raptors win that one. I just don't see it. I don't see it for the Cavs. I think I just don't think they have enough.
I believe.
And I don't think that they can beat their next series either. Like I
No,
think
they're going to struggle.
yeah, I think Toronto has a better chance versus the next match. It's going to be hard to. It's going to be hard.
Actually, I don't know, bro.
You don't
Because
know?
they got Pistons or in Orlando. I feel like the Cavs and or the Raptors could play both those teams. I think it's the Knicks that they got to worry about.
It's the Knicks that y'all gonna have to worry about.
I think it's the Knicks that everybody has to worry about. They're playing solid basketball.
They play solid at times.
I don't know. They're playing decent. They have their moments, I agree, but they're playing decent. I mean, and they're pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? They got, their bigs are playing good. Mitchell Robinson's playing great defense. You know what I'm saying? Cat's doing what he do. And their guards were kind of playing flat in the beginning. Harden and Bridges were playing flat, but now they're playing better. And then of course you got Jalen Brunson. I think the downfall of them is going to be the fact that they rely too much on Jalen Brunson when they need a bucket in critical moments, and he's like a dribble 50 million times type of guy. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But that's besides the point.
Jalen Brunson, like how James Harden used to be.
Yeah, get to the cup, try and get to the line.
But all right, we're gonna get to the real game of the night.
Come
A real team to beat.
on
Lakers.
now.
Lakers did their thing last night versus the Rockets.
Comfortable.
Comfortable. A 41-year-old big dog.
He has not been smiling like that all playoffs.
I think that was a smile of relief, to be honest.
Bro, the nigga got, or excuse my language, he got pinned. He got a chase down block, right? Jabari Smith hit the ground, just started smiling because it was up. He did not care.
No, that was one of them situations though. Like if he would have actually caught that, like if LeBron would have hit that, that would have been devastating.
Devastating, bro.
And he dunked on what's his name? I forget what his name is. He did catch a body in the game.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who it was on. I seen the highlight.
He I don't know, man. LeBron, he doing his thing, man. It's hard to hate on a guy his age out there hooping, you know.
Yeah, no, him, Rui, and Reeves doing they Dougie, you know.
Yeah, LeBron had 28 last night though. I
Going
mean, like,
crazy.
yeah, he went crazy. And I'm gonna say this right now: the Lakers played outstanding defense last night.
Oh yeah.
They played outstanding defense. The turnovers for the Rockets I think is what kind of killed them. And then they couldn't make a shot. I think it was the second quarter, and they went 0 for 15 at one point. They played terrible.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, it just seemed like the Rockets weren't in it. Like the last two games, I feel like they brought this level of energy that we hadn't seen in the series, and then this last game looked like they just were like they had expended it all.
Hmm.
Like they gave everything they had, and they just couldn't hold up with that same level of intensity anymore. And I didn't expect the Lakers to win by 20 or win in the way that they did, because they pretty much dominated from.
Start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, the first quarter was kind of close, but then the second quarter they just jumped way out on them.
Yeah, they pulled away for sure.
Yeah. And that second quarter just kind of propelled them throughout the game, right? They had good moments, but obviously, Rui went crazy last night. 5 for 7 from three. He pretty much couldn't miss for a while. He's been great too in this series. I wouldn't be surprised if Rui gets a big contract at some point. I don't know if he'll be a Laker for much longer. The way he shoots and how consistent he is, he'd be great
I think the
anywhere.
only thing he needs to work on is consistent full game. He be killing. Like yesterday, he put together the full game, but a lot of times he'll have like 16 at half. I'll be like, what is going on? Like he
The
be
biggest problem for him is that they don't go. He has to take his opportunities that people
when it
give
comes
him.
to him, yeah,
Yeah, and there's a lot of ball dominant guys on the team. So like for him, he pretty much has to be wide open for them to give him the ball, which is fine, right? He's
yeah,
comfortable in that role. But I think that's the only thing. I think that's the reason why you see that, right? Like 16-point half for him, and then he kind of falls flat, because if we're in a close game, he's going to get the ball less.
yeah,
But like if guys see him open, I think he's starting to get to that point. They know that he's going to hit those shots.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know why they kept leaving him wide open like that, thinking that he was going to miss, because he wasn't missing them. Like he's hitting all of those shots. But DeAndre Ayton, he played a decent. He didn't score a lot, but he played a good game on defense too. I thought
What he
he
had
played
like
really well defensively.
what he
I
had like
thought he
12
did really
rebounds
good
or
on.
something like that, 10, 12,
He had 13 rebounds, I believe.
13.
Yeah, actually, no, he had 16 rebounds.
See,
He had 13 defense and 3 offensive rebounds. So he went
13
crazy.
defense. Let's stop right there because I talk about this all the time. I want people to hear this because this is important. With the three in the league and all this flashiness, you forget about the essence of the game. Defensive rebounds are essential in the playoffs to winning. You limit possessions, and the team that gets more possessions is going to win. You guys have a comfortable you win in a comfortable fashion. You're getting guys knocking down shots. Now that lead only stays that lead because of defensive rebounds. Because
Yeah,
you're keeping them out their groove. You don't want them to see the ball go in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? It's discouraging when you're shooting, and especially when one guy keeps grabbing all the boards, like that. That right there is something that's super defeating. I think the Rockets, man, they got to sit back and do some real evaluating. I mean, they got a young team. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think they got rid of Green, which in this series, I'm not gonna lie, like spurts of like scoring, they kind of needed it. You needed
yeah.
somebody who could do that. But I
No,
understand why they got rid of him.
Green is still there. He just hurt.
No,
He's
he's
DNP.
in
Jeff Green. He's
nah
DNP.
he, Jalen Green.
Oh, I thought you meant Jeff Green.
Nah, Jalen Green's with the Suns.
Yeah, Jalen Green did leave. I thought you were talking
Last
about
year
Jeff
he was
Green.
having a pretty decent year. Still a little bit streaky at times, but he was having a really good year. And they got rid of him, which was fine. I mean, with KD not playing, I'm just curious to see like now what they're gonna do moving forward. They fought well, but they were just a young team that got outsmarted and outplayed by a vet, and LeBron being able to get his guys to this whole entire series, bro. You guys were not forcing stuff on offense. You guys were playing sound defense, rotations, talking. Like, you guys were playing basketball for real, for real. Like, it wasn't like we're gonna go out there and see who's more skilled, which you see in a lot of NBA games. That's what it looks like. Like, they're just trying to see who's more skilled.
Nah,
You
even
got
kudos to Austin Reeves too, because he went 0 for 4 from 3, but he missed a few of them and he realized, okay, I don't have the 3 ball right now, so I'm gonna drive the basketball. And he had some big buckets driving the basketball, which Austin Reeves has really turned into a consistent guy offensively. I think defensively he still has a little bit of room for improvement, but offensively he looks great. And like I said, for him to realize, okay, this is an important game. I need to be consistent at some kind of offense, and I'm not hitting the 3 well. Let me do something else. That's important to see.
yeah.
And I think in the past we've seen him be like, okay, I'm going to shoot myself out of this. And then we'll get into this mode where everybody's trying to shoot. Everybody's shooting, and then nobody's making shots. So shout out to him for not doing that, right? And saying, okay, well, I'm not hitting the 3 ball right now. Let me do something else.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of our bench guys, like our bench is gonna have to play better if we're gonna beat the Thunder, right? Because it's pretty much all starters as far as our points went last night. We only scored 98 points. So versus the Thunder, that's a loss.
That's a loss. They scored a basketball.
Yeah. But
And
I think with them too, I think the Rockets are a little bit better defensively than the Thunder are. But that's just an opinion. I don't know about that. It might be questionable. The Thunder are really good just all around. And
they don't have the Thunder don't have their defensive anchor, so I would say I would lean to agreeing with you. I think J-Dub. Oh, I don't know if he's going to come back for you guys. I don't know what his injury is, but J-Dub was out for their last games. I just think you guys don't need to get like, if you guys cannot get caught into playing their game, you guys have a good chance.
Yeah.
If they get you guys out of playing how you guys have been playing, being patient, letting the shots come to you, taking smart shots, making the adjustments, if they can force you guys to shoot more threes, it's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying, for you guys. Now, granted, the Thunder are beatable. And I think it's going to take maybe that first game where you guys getting some good bump with them to kind of see, okay, where are we at? I think this series is going to be huge for DeAndre Ayton. If DeAndre Ayton has
the
a
Thunder
series
are
of
beatable.
series,
I just don't know if we can beat them. I feel like it's going to be hard for us to beat them in a series and be consistent throughout the series. Like defensively, if we can play how we've been playing against the Rockets, against them, we'll be fine. But I don't know if we can be as physical with them. They shoot a lot more free throws. They have a lot younger.
it's going to be
talent, not younger players, but talent. Like their younger players are more talented than the Rockets. Yeah. And then obviously you have SGA, who's a walking bucket. And we just don't have anybody that's going to be able to make up for that. Like, I mean, LeBron's going to get his 25, right? But then what? Is Austin Reeves going to go out there and score 30 a game? And that's what we're going to need in order the Thunder play faster than the Lakers. Yeah, they do. They do. They play faster. They play faster ball. But I'm saying that's all pacing. We can slow that down with good defense. If we can force them to miss some shots, they have to slow down, right? If we can somehow get the Thunder to play our brand of basketball, to slow them down, and it come down to a game of, okay, who's going to make the better decisions, and what you have to do is you have to say, okay, we're going to take SGA out the game and make everybody else beat us. That's the only way you're beating the Thunder. Is you take SGA out, you say, okay, we're going to hold him to 20, 25 points. We're going to sit up and cover him on defense, and we're going to make everybody else on this team beat us.
You guys cannot let Chet go off. You cannot.
And I don't know who's going to guard him.
And that's what I'm saying is that's going to be DeAndre Ayton and Rui are going to have the biggest series of their lives defensively.
Yeah.
Like huge. And what's going to happen is
the only person that can guard him is Rui. I don't think I'm going to be honest, DeAndre Ayton can't guard Chet Holmgren. He's not fast enough. He doesn't have the quickness. I mean, yes, in the paint, he can maybe do some damage, but
He
Just at
can't
point.
guard, but he can disrupt. I've seen
Yeah.
flashes of it. Like he can disrupt, but that's why I say both of them because you gotta throw different types of bodies at him. I just think, man, like Eric said, they play faster than you guys. So you guys, I feel like you guys are going. We saw what happened when you guys kind of came out tired and playing a team that gets up and down the court more. Um, and then having defensive responsibilities heightened on guys like Rui and DeAndre Ayton. They're gonna get tired. Rui, he's been playing well for you guys offensively. If he has to put a lot of energy in Chet, it could affect offense. And so that's where, are you guys gonna allow it when it gets to that point of like, okay, we're having to really strap on defense and guys settling on offense. You cannot have like that collapse there. Like you said, we got to stay true to our game, letting offense come to us. You know what I'm saying? Moving the basketball, taking smart shots, not rushing anything. And then on defense, let's get our rotations. Let's keep our hand out the cookie jar. You guys have been good at jumping passing lanes. I think your communication is phenomenal. But like you said, the bench is in question. Who is going to come out? Are we going to have? Because you don't necessarily. I think it's either you got to have Austin Reeves get 25 and LeBron get 28, and then everybody else kind of like trickle down, or you have LeBron just get buckets and everybody else get 8, 10, 12. Like everybody that comes in has to some way somehow get you know 6, 8 points. Everybody that touches the floor has to score. Like you're not going to be able to give guys minutes and then go for donuts and shoot 1 for 5 because they're going to capitalize on that.
Yeah. The only problem that I see is with Austin Reeves, right? Like, I don't know if he should be starting in this next series. I think he should be coming off the bench. I
Yeah.
feel like the way that we had it when they were out, the rest of the team was playing better. Like Austin Reeves came back. I'm not seeing the same production offensively for Marcus Smart. Luke Kennard hasn't been playing as well. He's not in the same rhythm that he was in, right? Dalton Connect ain't playing that very well. Uh, none of the bench guys are really coming off the bench and putting up the numbers that they were putting up before. They're getting less time on the court. If I'm JJ, I'm saying, okay, let me bring this guy in off the bench. Let him get his 15 to 20, right? Let me give LeBron his rest. Because that's another thing about the Thunder is they got depth. Their bench is really good, right? They're not gonna come out and take it easy on the Lakers because they're older.
No.
Because LeBron's old, right? They're gonna be like, let's get this series over with. Let's not let them have any life. Last time we played them, we had Luka, and we got cooked.
They're going to try and sweep you guys.
Yeah, they're gonna try to make a statement versus us,
Mm-hmm.
and they have rest because
And they want more of it. They're gunning for that championship. They want to sweep you guys and get some more rest before that Western Conference Finals.
Probably versus the Spurs.
That's what I'm saying.
So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, obviously, the smart pick is the Thunder, right? Without being a fan. But I think it's fair to say that the Lakers will take a game or two. I don't know if they'll get swept, but I don't think they'll win.
It's going to go to at least 5, I think. LeBron's going to get a game. He's going to get one game.
I'd be shocked if the Thunder didn't gentlemen sweep though. I'd be shocked.
Yeah, because they're deep, bro. And
I mean, it would take an all-time collapse on their end. But
I'm worried for your point guards because
I tell you this: if we do somehow beat the Thunder and we get Luka back, it's gonna.
I don't know, bro. I don't know if you want that really, because like what we're going through right now, Tatum should not be playing, bro. Like the reporters out there, they're talking about it. They're releasing articles. Like he's been talking with the team. Like he wants to play pure out of competitiveness, but he had an Achilles injury, and his calf is hurting. He's overcompensating. He could tear his ACL. Like this is like stuff that like doctors talk about. So like I get like for me as a fan, it's like yeah, I want to see you play. I want to see Luka play. But then at the same time, it's like, do we rush? Because the games are only going to get more intense. The intensity is only going to go up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the thing about that is that I respect that from a fan standpoint for sure. I think as a player, far too often we see players saying, "Okay, well, I'm gonna not do it because of next year," right? But we and you both know there's not always next year.
Exactly.
Like you don't know. Like we see what happened with y'all's team just this year, right? You guys got rid of some major pieces. You guys, I'm not going to say this. You guys can't win a championship without Tatum. I don't know if you guys can win one with him. The way that you guys have been playing.
He's not this. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And watch. They're gonna say it after this playoffs, bro. They're gonna come out and say the things that he's saying to them. Like he's in real pain, bro. He's overdoing it. If you watch him play, he's overloading his weight because that calf hurts. The Achilles is tender and now his calf is hurting. If he got to be careful. Like he's still like it's like we talked about last episode. Like yeah, he's good. He's a phenomenal player, so he can go out there and he can get you 20. But when you're watching him, you're like, and you're asking yourself, we talked about it, like he just doesn't, like he's doing key stuff. It doesn't look the same. The Celtics don't look the same, and it's like it's affecting the offense too because he had a run where he was good, so the offense looked good. Now he's hurt. So he's late on the cut, late on the screen. He's kind of falling to the. They're trying to run him on like a lazy pin down. You know what I'm saying? And he's settling because his first step isn't as quick. And now his first step, he only wants to load it up to one direction because this leg is hurt from literal top going all the way up. So like that for me, like with Luca, I want Luca to come back because I really think that you guys could make a real championship push if he came back, especially if you guys got past the OKC. But with the fact that it's LeBron's contract year, I don't think it'd be a good idea to rush him back. Because if LeBron ends up being like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave," or it's like, "Hey, I want to take limited minutes," and Luca goes out there and strains himself to the point where he gets hurt after the playoffs in the offseason, or he gets hurt during the end of the playoffs, because we've seen it too many times, bro. Where players be like, "Why is he even in?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like he should
I
be.
don't see LeBron. I don't see LeBron taking limited minutes. There's only two
No, I'm
outcomes.
talking about. Oh, you're talking about. I'm talking about Luca.
Oh yeah, Luka ain't gonna play limited minutes either.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you're coming back from injury, no matter what, like how you cut it, the body needs time to recover. You can still play, and you can still get 20, but your body's gonna feel that. When you guys are trying to pay him and have him, you're changing the trajectory of your team and trying to circle it around Luca. You do not want to risk him because I'm gonna tell you right now, Achilles injury. There's a list. When you get hurt with your knee, they tell you like they have charts where it's like this injury you're more than likely to get this injury. Like when you tear your ACL, they tell you the chances of you have significantly heightened for you tearing your other ACL because you're gonna overcompensate and you're gonna load. It's like I was telling you, Edwards hyperextended knee. He's a 2 foot jumper. Bro, you can watch highlights of him all day, bro. Even when he jumps off 1 foot, he comes down on 2 feet. When he got hurt, he wasn't trying to come down on that hurt knee. He put that other one down and didn't realize the angle of his leg hyperextends his knee. You know what I'm saying? So like Luca's gonna be playing not conservative, but he knows his body. He's not gonna let us see it. He's not gonna, and I think that's why they were kind of like let's wait it out. Let's give him a little bit more time. Now he could be good, and if he's good, I want him to play. But I just hope that they don't rush it because you guys are in a good position. I don't think anybody really thought, especially with Luca's injury, that you guys were even gonna like play as good as you guys played in that first series. And if you guys play good against OKC but lose, it's to me it's a green flag because it's like we don't even have our best player and we just play good against the. You know what I mean? Like imagine if we got Luca and we can match some firepower. Us, I'm worried about Tatum getting hurt because it's only going to get more intense. That New York series, if we win tonight and we got to play New York, it's only going to get more intense. And
Yeah.
so like I'm worried, because he's clearly not himself. And then like he talked about the other day, Jalen, he's got I don't know. They're not playing like themselves. They're not playing like MVP caliber Tatum or MVP caliber Brown. Like that's not what I'm seeing right now.
Nah. I think Luka probably won't come back this year. unless we go to the finals or something like that. And even then, it's like
Yeah.
if we make it there without him, what difference does it really make? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Luka just, I don't know, bro. I feel like it's one of those
Facts,
deals.
Eric.
New York ain't getting clapped. I don't believe that for a second, to be honest with you. That New York is going to get clapped.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that comment. New York's going to make it a good. The next series, whoever plays New York, is going to be a good series. I was talking about his comment on the doctor and the step. He's got the negative step now.
New York had the easiest opposing matchup for the first round. I disagree with that. At face value, I feel like the Cavs had the easiest matchup. And we see the struggle that they're having. I don't think any playoff matchup is an easy matchup, though. So it's like you can say that, but some teams are better at some things, and it's a weakness for another team. Like you might see the Knicks play completely different versus whoever they play against next.
Yeah, it's a game of matchups and runs.
Like if they play the Celtics, I think the Knicks have a chance. If they play the 76ers, I think they have no chance.
It's just like they said with the Nuggets, how the Nuggets chose the Timberwolves because they thought they had a better chance.
Yeah. And the Nuggets lost.
Which is crazy because, like, you think if they wouldn't have chose the Nuggets, do you think they would have won or you think they still would have lost?
I think the Nuggets have a bigger issue, and that is the fact that they fired their coach.
And they got rid of MPJ.
Yeah.
Because they needed somebody to shoot that mug.
Yeah. The Nuggets reminded me, like a few years ago when they won, they reminded me of the Spurs. Like they were just that well-oiled machine that just played a certain way, and they played their brand of basketball. And I feel like that brand of basketball is gone now.
I'm just curious what they're going to do because you said they fired their last coach and then they fire this coach. So it's like, what are you going to do? Where are the adjustments? So like, I'm waiting for like off season after playoffs, talking about movement and everything. I was looking at the free agent list and the contracts, like the restricted agents and everything. I'm gonna be real. It's not a great year for unrestricted free agents and player option years. Like there's not a lot of great pickups so you're really kind of looking at trades for the most part. I'm kind of waiting to see where that all ends up because some of these teams the Denver definitely needs a shooter.
I don't know where they're gonna go as far as a coach goes. I mean, there's not a lot of options.
They need a shooter, and Jamal Murray's going to be on the trading block. Mark my words. Watch him and Aaron Gordon. They're going to try and see what they can get for them because they need shooters, and they're not happy with the bench production. And when they got rid of Caldwell Pope and MPJ and that, like, bro, things started going downhill.
Trying to think of who the Nuggets can hire. I mean, like, unless they hire a new coach, maybe Doc Rivers.
No,
you don't think so?
I love Doc. I love Doc.
I think Doc will do good with Joker.
I think at this point in his career, Doc would do good with Joker, yes, but Doc needs a team that's they're kind of already put together. They just need a structure. I don't think Doc is at a point in his career where he can coach players up, and the mental of the Nuggets.
The thing with the Nuggets though is I don't know if they need to be coached up. I think they just need consistency.
Nah, they need to be coached up. They need to be coached up. I don't think that coach was the right coach for them. I think after their coach leaving, because Joker's going to do what he do. He might be the only player that doesn't need to be coached.
Nah, because that coach made it to where it went from Joker being the best player on the team, but not the team not being reliant on him to be great, to now that team was relying on his greatness and then kind of just supporting it, right? Like we saw in the past, the Nuggets were more of an all-around team. Like, yeah, Joker has had a better season this year than he's probably had before, but they went less in the playoffs because him being successful like that didn't translate to wins.
Yeah.
It didn't translate to winning basketball. Like, it's like, yeah, it looks flashy. You average a triple-double, all of this, but it's like none of that matters if you get booted in the first round of the playoffs. If playing a good regular season was, this great thing, then there'd be a lot of guys that would be in a lot different standing, right? We saw Russell Westbrook do that for years.
Yeah.
Just was at this pinnacle during the regular season, and then come playoffs, just couldn't, if he even made it, couldn't do anything, right?
They should have kept Russ and MPJ. That team was low-key. They lost in the playoffs, but that team was low-key cooking when they was getting their groove, If it looked like Russ was comfortable with the Nuggets, like he was having triple-double.
Russ is just one of those guys, bro. He's just one of those guys you just...
Nah, he was having a good... Don't do that. He was having a good year with them. They did that to free up space. They got rid of MPJ and Russ to free up space, and Jamal
I don't know about that, gang.
What you mean?
Russ ain't played good basketball since he left OKC.
Bro, he was having triple-doubles. What are you talking about?
He had a couple of triple-doubles.
And that's fine. Most players don't even get one. Just because it's Russ, you're used to him getting triple-doubles all the time. You can't... And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not Russ in his prime, and that's where a lot of these teams struggle. You're going to need vets. There's not one team... Tobias Harris had 22. But Tobias Harris, when he was in Philly and they were going to the playoffs and they was getting sent home, he was playing like jack, So it's like, for me, that's kind of where they messed it up, because when you look at that team, bro, the chemistry was looked like it was solid. Jamal Murray had came back, and even though you didn't need Russ for offense, Russ was able to give him a little bit of breathing room to allow him to get comfortable. He was having some good games. They kind of saw that. They didn't like how, I feel like they didn't like how quick MPJ would pull the trigger on offense, because, that he was known for that. He going to stop the play right now and shoot it. And they got rid of him when MPJ was one of their most consistent playoff scorers, and he's lengthy. He's not the best defender, but he can defend, he can disrupt. And then same with Russ. Russ doesn't care. Russ still gonna dive on the floor. Russ still gonna try and play defense. He might get cooked, but you're looking at the players that they have now in these moments, and that how they was getting punked. Like, Joker was the only one puffing his chest out. Jaden McDaniels and them is going right at him. You have Russ, MPJ. That's not happening. That's not happening. Russ he's not going. He'd have told Jaden, listen, I don't care if I'm not OKC Russ. We ain't doing that. Because, bro, it's really kind of what happened. After McDaniel said that, you saw an energy shift with them. And you can tell with the Nuggets that there's something going on in the locker room behind closed doors. Like, you hear what Joker said about them? If we were in Serbia, we'd all be fired. Like, they've lost before, and he's never said no shit like that, bro. Like, something was disrupted when they got rid of the coach and they got rid of the MPJ, and like, I feel like they could feel it. And I don't know. Jamal, to me, he kind of he looks like he's gonna transition to being a backup pretty soon.
I mean, yeah, he hasn't looked good.
So
he hasn't looked good at all.
But
I think Jamal Murray might have lost him the series, low key. They needed him to be better.
Way better.
He was good when they won, but when their losses, he wasn't very good. I mean, but that's one of those things, right? Is that Jamal Murray's not the guy either. It's Joker. Joker could have played better.
It's Joker.
Joker could have played better. Let's not beat around the bush. He didn't play bad, but he could have played better.
He could have played better for sure.
We've seen him play better in the past, right? So it's one of those things, like the Nuggets, they messed up when they got rid of their coach.
Well, and they can't play defense too.
They have never got rid of their coach. There was no justification for it. They just have not been the same team since he hasn't been there. And that's just the reality. Like, sometimes you make bad decisions, you can't really go back from it, but yeah, that was a bad decision. So who do you got right now? Who do you think looks like the best team?
OKC.
Like all around East OKC?
OKC overall looks like the best team.
Yeah.
They're beatable, but they're the most consistent team. You got to think about it. Every other series is going game 6, game 7. Other than the Spurs, the
Yeah.
Spurs and OKC cleared it out, and the Spurs did it in a nice little way, and they showed that they can win without Wemby. I mean, I
Eric
would
talking
put my
about
Celtics.
Atlanta. I think the Suns were the worst team. I think hands down the Suns were the worst team in the playoffs.
I don't know. They played the best team, and they didn't look crazy bad.
I
They
think
did not.
people are just kind of overestimating OKC right now. I want to see how they look when they play us. I mean, I do think that they have the edge, and I do think that they will win the series. But I want to see how they play. I want to see how
I
effective
don't
they
think
are.
they're drastically like more skilled. I think they have the better team, is in like they're deeper. Their role players are more consistent. You know what I mean? Like from that aspect, they're the more complete team. You know, everyone has their role, bought into their role. Everyone that was traded by the Carusos, the Jared McCains, like they bought into the role. Um, I would put my Celtics up there, but unless they can win tonight and show throughout the rest of the playoffs, I'm not even going to say that because they're playing terrible right now. They should not be where they're at.
I
But yeah,
think
I'd say
you guys in the Nuggets and Timberwolves is the best first round series, though. I think you guys had a tough matchup. You guys had
we
a
always,
really
that's the thing is whenever we play the 76ers, it's always a good series.
yeah. You guys had a really underrated matchup. I think a lot of people didn't look at it like, oh, the 76ers. Nah, but you guys are playing a tough series. And your guys' series can go either way. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if y'all won or surprised if y'all lost.
Yeah.
But I
We'll
think
see.
let's make some predictions. So obviously OKC won already and the Lakers have won. As far as the other series, your guys' series, you're taking your Celtics, obviously, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Even
And
though I got stuff to say about them, they're going to win tonight.
and then on Sunday, we got Magic and Pistons and Raptors and Cleveland. You chose Cleveland earlier. Who are you taking in Magic and Pistons?
That's a tough one. That one's tough because, like, I think I'm going to be a little bit biased. I'm going to go for my hometown kid. I want Paulo to get to the second round. So I'm going to go Magic. Actually, wait. You said Franz isn't playing?
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm going to go Pistons. I'm going to go Pistons.
Yeah, I think I'm going.
The Magic aren't good enough to not have Franz and win a game like this.
I don't think
Unless Wendell Carter just goes off. But
I think I'm gonna go with Orlando.
that's what I want to go with. But I mean, Franz, that's a big no-have for a game 7.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Orlando.
Yeah, forget it. Hometown kid for the dub. When's the last time Orlando won a playoff series? Dwight?
White. I almost got real disrespectful, but I didn't wind up saying it. I almost got real disrespectful for a second. I almost said Penny Hardaway.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's crazy. Like, why you bring Dwight Howard up? I be forgetting about Dwight Howard sometimes. Dwight Howard, he was nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Him and what is it? What was it? Turgaloo and Jameer Nelson and who else
It's
did they
crazy
have?
to see some guys from that era like that don't play, like Blake Griffin, Dwight Howard, guys like that. Like they were like I remember vividly, like as a kid, they were like huge.
Isn't it crazy to think
They were crazy, crazy players. Like Dwight Howard was one of them guys. You know what I'm saying?
Blake was number 1 pick? I feel like people forget that.
Blake was a number 1 pick that hurt himself but never played his first year. And then, like, bruh. And
you want to talk about people that hurt themselves and didn't, because Kenyon always want to say, "Oh, I broke my." You wasn't Blake, boy.
Nah,
because
Blake was nasty for about 5-6 years.
Yeah,
that's why it's funny. It's funny when people talk about Zion. They're like, "We never seen Zion before." Like,
what?
Blake Griffin?
What? Blake was punching on fools.
Yeah. They tried to make Zion Williamson seem like he was just this, crazy, like, and he never has been. Like when he played at
He
Duke,
has,
he
but we
wasn't.
called it. We called it when he came to the league. We were saying he's gonna get hurt. He was too heavy to play that play style at that high of a level. I mean,
Oh, I
it's
think
cool
everybody
when you
called that.
it's cool when you dunking on high
Bro was
schoolers
my size out there in the NBA playing. Bro
in
was
eighth
going.
grade. It's cool when you dunking on kids and stuff, but when you get to real like grown man physical contact, dunking on grown men,
I mean, yeah, he basically made it to the NBA because he could dunk.
yeah, he wasn't like super phenomenal at
Don't get
anything.
me wrong. When he's healthy, he does look good out there.
Oh, he
Pause.
does.
He be out there.
He's got skill, bro. And you can tell he's worked on it. He's got the footwork. He's got the touch. The one thing is, he'll do a layup and his head might be at the rim. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, he's one of them guys. Can't stay healthy though. And he plays for the Pelicans. Laughing stock team.
DeJounte Murray talking about this is the last year I ever missed the playoffs. You better get out of New Orleans. You better get out of New Orleans.
Needs to just go. You talk about people going to make sandwiches. He needs to go make a sandwich.
No, don't do bro like that, bro. Nice.
Nah, bro, they done had so many opportunities, bro. They've had so many. He's had so much opportunities to really like step up into that role because Zion's been hurt, bro.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing with them is coaching. I feel like even without Zion, they have a good enough team to win games. It's just they don't have a good coach.
Bro, they've had teams, bro. If you go back to when they had DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis and like years after that, they've had spurts where teams were good. They had good teams, but they could never put nothing together.
They've had a few good teams.
That DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis duo was OD, bro. I used to use them on 2K. DeMarcus Cousins was unguardable.
Bro's one of the ones for sure.
That's how I would envision like a guy like you if you was in the NBA. It'd be like a DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, hey, DeMarcus Cousins used to be one of them guys, man. He was out there getting mad, playing basketball, having fun.
It just sucks because when you're one of those bigger guys, as soon as you start having like the lower extremity injuries.
Didn't Boogie get a ring with OKC? I mean, not OKC, with Golden State?
He was supposed to, I think. Or he might have came too late because you have to be on the team for a certain amount of time.
I was about to say, didn't he win a championship with them that last time?
I think he was on the roster.
Let's take a look and see. That's crazy if DeMarcus Cousins has a ring.
Him and Swaggy P.
We're not gonna disrespect Swaggy P.
Oh, never. Never.
Oh, he got a ring with us. That's right.
Oh, with the Lakers. Honorable.
It says he got an honorary 2020 championship ring, but because he never played with us due to injury.
I'll take it.
And he got waived before the playoffs.
Because he was hurt. That's right.
Oh.
That's crazy. Dwight got a ring because of the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins got a ring because of the Lakers. Without LeBron, they would have never had a ring.
Hey, Dwight, that was Dwight's last little run.
Oh, yeah. That was Dwight's last little run, which I don't know why, bro. But, hey, it is what it is.
Dwight had a crazy fall off.
We got somebody up.
That's crazy. Who's up?
Raiden. Woke up.
Raiden getting big, huh?
Yeah, moving around, walking, getting into things.
Is he talking yet?
He's getting there. He's getting there. He can say words, certain words. He's definitely making noise from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep.
Yeah, little bro getting big, bro. I seen a picture of him. I didn't even see bro last time. I didn't see him or Kyrie when I came out there last time.
They were asleep.
Yeah.
They were asleep. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, they're about to leave today. About to go to grandma's and uncle's. Give me
Oh,
some
y'all,
rest time.
you better get some rest, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's a he said some rest.
Much needed.
Hey, if that's what you want to call it, rest. That's what we're calling it now. That's what
Leave me
we're calling it
alone.
now. It's crazy. Well, all
Leave
right,
me
y'all. We're gonna
alone.
get up out of here. Saturday stream didn't go too bad today. You know, it looked good, man. It looked
Yes,
good.
sir.
It's time for us to clock out, though. If you rocked with us today, make sure you remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, Eric, so you don't miss the next drop. I'm Pass. This is D White. We appreciate everybody coming in and showing love, man. We're gonna see y'all next time.
We out.